Time's up. Let's do this.
We're in for a wild night.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 130 of Born to be Wild, a Wild exclusive Hearthstone podcast where we have fun hanging out with friends, talking about the Wild format of Hearthstone and spotlighting members of the Wild community. I am your host, as always, Nate Wolf. It is good to be back joining you today from my mom and dad's house in Orange County, California. Yeah, everything is boxed up still and discombobulated, and the internet isn't working on my PC, and so I'm streaming from my wife's laptop here, and Sheep thankfully is running the show. I really appreciate it, but I missed you guys last week, so yeah, it's great to be back in a different place, but doing the same kind of thing. Apologies to anybody who listens to the audio versions of this or watches on YouTube, because haven't managed to post last week's show yet, but I'll get to it this weekend. It's still like unboxing everything and trying to find stuff, and it's been an experience. Like half of the stuff is still boxed up and is in storage, and having people help you pack is super great, except when things end up I don't know where. and so and so are like in a storage unit somewhere for a couple months. But anyways, making do. I'm really happy to be back. It's great to see you guys. I missed y'all last week, and yeah, so here we are. Sheep, thank you so much for running the show. Hydra, I think you were out last week too for your anniversary, and we had a couple of good friends standing in, right? So Schmoopy Daddy and Blue Train, some good friends of ours. I have not been able to listen yet, but hopefully this weekend, and really appreciate everybody stepping up and hanging out and carrying the torch for us. So absolutely. Anyways, yeah, I'm joined tonight by two of my favorite people. Hydra, welcome back.
Thank you. I am stoked. I'm stoked to have you back. I'm stoked to be back. It's I'm coming at everybody from the lower mainland Vancouver area, where it is now officially rainy season. The heat wave is over, and it is drizzly, and it is cold and miserable. But hey, I'm not in the colder and eastern Canada where it's snowy and horrible, so I'll take that, I guess.
Hooray!
I've done my time. I'll stick it out here where it's tolerable but wet. Yeah, but definitely glad to be back. And Sheep, how are you doing?
Meowdy friends, I'm doing phantasmagorical, which is actually a word but does not mean fantastic, which is what I meant.
I played Phantasmagoria, and that was not a very nice game.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty great. We're did a lot of work, did a lot of Hearthstone, did a lot of snapping. It's been a fun week.
Yeah, having the combination of like not having the computer set up and having Marvel Snap come out on like mobile devices in the same week, my procrastination in getting the computer set up may or may not have been partially to blame on Marvel Snap.
Well, that's an excellent segue. We don't always do this, but we're gonna bring back the How Was Your Week California edition this week. Checking in, see how everybody's doing. Nate's touched on it a little bit. He's had some eventful travels. I particularly want to know how the cat thing went. But Nate, how has been your week moving? How's that going?
Man. Yeah, so it's been kind of a whirlwind. Big thank you to my parents who had flown up to Oregon and helped us pack and drove down with us. So we all kind of caravan. My dad drove the U-Haul, my mom drove one of the trucks, and I drove the other one. And we had the two cats with us who were not happy, but they did great in the car. We had like a giant, kind of like a crate type of thing, but it was like soft. Anyways, they were in that, and the first hour they like meowed, and then after that they just were quiet the whole time. But they didn't want to eat, they didn't want to drink, they didn't want to use the bathroom or the whatever, and they were just miserable for about 20 hours. We stopped. We decided to, like, my wife and I would just drive and drive and drive, and if we got tired, either pull off at a rest stop or switch. And that worked pretty well, but driving for like 20 to 24 hours like straight kind of sucks, and I don't want to do that again. But we made it. We made it in one piece, and everybody's fine.
You watched all of One Piece? Man, that's really impressive.
All 500 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was good. The truck did great. Our stuff made it mostly. Some of the boxes were labeled kind of not the greatest, and so we unloaded a few things here and unloaded the rest in storage. And I reserved like 2 units because I wasn't sure how much we were going to need.
Mike dropped. Nate,
am I back now?
Yep,
there you are.
All right. So the guy said, hey, just use the one, and then if you need the second one, you can use the second one, but if you don't, then we don't have to bill you for it. And I was like, oh, sweet. So I had guys unloading the truck for us, and they made it all fit into one, but it's packed like super tight, and so anything that like is in storage ain't coming out.
Oh no.
and so it's just okay, make do for the next couple of months until January, and if we need it, like it's not coming out. So I had to go buy another pair of shoes and a couple other little things. But it's fine,
Did you go to the store with like not wearing shoes to buy shoes? Can I wear these out?
I had yeah, it's been tricky trying to find stuff. I found the microphone, but I can't find the mic stand. Well, it's been interesting. The laptop is working, like the Wi-Fi works fine, but it's not working on my PC, and just a bunch of funky stuff, trying to get set up. But for the most part, yeah, no, I'm doing well. We made it up here safe and sound, and everything has been kind of a tornado. So the first couple of days, it was like all the stuff that you have to do that is during like normal business hours, and I'm going to be working starting Monday. And so it was like, oh, I got to go to the DMV, and I got to register the cars, and I got to get my new driver's license, and I got to go to the bank, and I got to do this, that, and the other. The DMV, so playing video games for the last 20 years has prepared me for this. It's King's Quest, right? So you show
Yeah.
up. I'm on a quest to get my real ID. They're like, okay, you need these 27 documents. Do you have them? And I was like, yeah, I think I do. And then, I started going down the checklist, and the guy's like, nope, you're missing this. Off you were not prepared. Go. And so, I had to, I went home and printed new utility bills that show the address. I'm like, oh, cool, I got this, and I can give it to this person. And then I got my passport, and then I got, and it was like, oh, well, I got to go to the bank and update the address and print that out so that I can give it to this person. And it was just, it's that go to a location, get an item from somebody, go to a different location, give that item to the other person, and then they give you a different thing to give to the other person. Like, it was King's Quest.
You're doing so many fetch quests, all to still have the dude say,
You are not prepared.
It's so funny because my wife used to work at the DMV, and she used to tell me about how angry people would get.
Oh my goodness.
When they are missing the item.
Oh gosh. Yeah, no, I leveled up about 15 times. Yeah, it was great. A lot of XP. So I got my real ID. It's supposed to come in the mail. I had to go get fingerprinted. I had to do a bunch of different things, but I got it all done. The license plates, I was telling you guys in the chat, the license plates that we got
Oh my gosh,
are funny. I don't really want to say them on air because I was embarrassed to ask. I was like, can I have a different one? And they were like, why do you want a different one? And I was like, I just pointed to it, and they're like, what? And I was like, you know what? Never mind.
I'd rather not explain this.
and not gonna dox Nate, but like it was obvious. It like looking at it, you'd be like, you don't have to be like a gamer or anything to like get it. It's
if you're ever driving around Southern California and you see a license plate and you burst out laughing, you're following Nate.
Yes.
It's kind of like that one Seinfeld episode, except a little bit different.
Yeah. I've seen that episode and you are correct.
It's a little different, but it's pretty funny. Anyways, random supposedly. Anyhow, I got the PlayStation set up. The new Batman game kind of sucks, in my
Oh.
opinion. I mean, I only played it for like an hour, but it just doesn't feel like the Arkham ones. The control, like it's kind of like clunkier. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a shot, but I've been playing a bunch of Marvel Snap on mobile, which has been pretty fun. And I got all of Pool 1, I got all of Pool 2, and I just started getting into Pool 3. So 2 or
Did
3
you
cars.
play prior to its like release the other day? Were you in the beta at all?
Yeah, I got in the beta like right away, which was cool.
Yeah.
Um, but you could only play on Android devices, which I
Oh,
don't
that's
have.
right. You
And
emulated
so,
it.
yeah, I installed BlueStacks and played on the computer, but it was a pain because I wanted to play on the phone or the tablet and I just couldn't do it. And
Could
so,
could you not sign into that account with your like Google handshake thing on
uh,
iDevice?
it was having issues
Oh no.
and I don't know. So I returned it. Like I
So you
bought a,
started all over with your collection level or what?
no, so
Yeah.
you use Google to sign in. So like everything that I had in the beta carried over.
Okay, yeah,
That's good.
yeah, that was the question.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I didn't have to start over,
Good. Good, good, good.
which is great. But anyways, yeah, DMV was an experience, but it went okay. And yeah, I just I'm kind of living out of boxes, probably will be for a little while, and don't know where anything is. We're considering, I don't know if y'all have ever had done this before, but my parents have 2 cats, and we have 2 cats, and so we're taking up like two kind of like a little office with an adjoined like
Mhm.
room upstairs. And then my parents' cats are like in the rest of the house. And initially we weren't going to introduce them, but like we're in these 2 rooms until January. And every time we come in and out, the cats are like, "What's out there?" And then the cats started like looking at each other. And so we're kind of going back and forth. They looked at each other like through, we've set up a little baby gate. So when you open the door, like my boy, excuse me, my boy cat especially wants to just run out and follow me. So we set up a baby gate and it's helped, but I don't know. We're looking at like introducing them. They've kind of meowed at each other, but
They haven't tried to murder each other through the baby gate yet.
no, my parents
Not
have
yet.
2 cats. So one of them is this little orange kitten named Mango, and he's super, super chill. He's like the chillest cat I've ever seen. You can pick him up, you can play with him, he follows you around, he's just happy. And then they've got a Siamese named Luna, and she's just a super grouch. She doesn't like anybody. She hisses, she tries to swat at you and everything for no reason.
It's Rory.
And yeah. Yeah, so Mango, his name when they got him home was Tango, but he was like Tango.
In cash.
Yeah, but he was bright orange, and so they're like, "Why Tango? It's like call it Mango instead."
Like Tango and Cash.
Just an easy
Yeah.
swap.
But it was an easy swap. I logged into Hearthstone and I did all my daily quests and stuff to make sure, but there was like nothing new, and so I'm at rank 3 diamond in standard, almost a 2. But I've only been able to play on mobile, and so I was like, I played some Disco Warlock. I haven't really played any wild because I'm still pretty high up on the legend ladder and haven't really been able to play much on the computer. The Wi-Fi here is so spotty that um I tried to play and my game kept disconnecting, and I was like, all right, I
No.
don't want to play ranked if I'm going to disconnect, you know. It's interesting,
Danger.
right? So a lot of houses have drywall in the walls, and my parents does not. It has plaster instead,
Huh.
and the Wi-Fi signal just sucks.
Oh.
But it's, you know, the laptop is doing fine, so maybe it's something. Maybe it's a setting on my PC. I don't know. I'll have to goof around with it, but it's just been a bunch of crazy, crazy, crazy. So I start work on Monday. Looking forward to that. And
Have you decided if you're gonna just show up like regular Nate?
Oh
or
yeah, no. So I didn't tell you, huh? Because I was off last week. My new boss emailed me. She's like, "Hey, I just thought I'd reach out because you're starting your first days on Halloween. We're kind of doing a group costume thing. If you want to join, you don't have to, but we're all just wearing like they're all getting these emoji shirts." And she's like, "Hey, here's all the ones that people chose, but if you want to pick a different one, I'll order you a shirt." And I was like, "Oh, that's nice." And so I picked one and I've got one ready to go. She's like, "I'll go over the dress code with you, when you start, but just yeah, if you want to wear jeans and you can wear this emoji shirt and a bunch of people wearing black jeans if you want to fit in, and it's up to you." And I was like, "Okay." Like it's so much different than I'm used to. Like it's just super chill.
Part of the
Did you show
ship,
up
part
with,
of the
like,
crew.
you should show up wearing like the Pog champ, like, ooh.
Different kind of emote, but
Oh, Twitch emotes? Yeah, they're talking
Yeah.
emojis like from iPhone or whatever. But I got the one with the sunglasses on it, like super chill. My kid was telling me I
Nice.
should do the poop one. I was like, dude, I'm not gonna start my first day on the job wearing with the poop emoji.
Hydra, which emoji would you choose?
Oh my gosh. The Born to Be Wild wave.
The wave? Wave's a good one. I'd go with the cat like scream. You know, the scream like the Van Gogh painting, but the cat one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice,
That's what I would
nice,
choose.
I don't know I don't know what regular emoji I would pick because I am not, as weird as it is on Twitch, we use them all the time. I don't use them when I text at all. Like I use them on Discord and I use them on
Mhm.
Twitch, but if I emoji to my wife, she's like, "Who has your phone?" Because I don't do it. I just for some reason outside of the gaming world, I do not emoji. But I do like the monkeys that like I hear no evil, see no evil. What's
Oh,
the
my
third?
wife uses that one all the time. The
Oh
monkey,
yeah,
the monkey with the eyes covering. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are cool. Maybe I'd do that one. See no evil.
there you go.
Yeah, so I got the one with the glasses. And so I figure like, oh, I'll just come in with my black jeans and my emoji shirt and I'll wear my glasses. Like, Joe Cool.
Nice. That'll be good. That'll be comfortable.
Excitement abounds.
But yeah, no, I mean it's kind of cool. I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but the work stuff is good. Also, they were super cool because my normally you when you sign up for your benefits or whatever, it takes a
Mhm.
while, and they're like, hey, since your first day is the 31st, like if you sign up that day, we can get you enrolled right away and you'll have benefits the first. And I was like, oh, sweet. So I don't have to wait like a month. I'll get them right away.
They're a
So
well-oiled machine. That's awesome.
everybody there seems super cool. But it's aside from that, it's like transferring all the bills, transferring all the utilities, getting our kid enrolled like out of the one school and into the new school, and trying to unpack
Yeah,
a little
'cause it's
bit.
already like it's only like a month in or 2 months into school, but it's not like he's starting the new grade at the beginning of the school year. It's a little
Yeah.
more difficult.
Or even
Yeah, it's a little
like in
funky
between, like in the very beginning of the spring. But yeah, I can imagine that'll be.
but no, I mean it's good. I can't complain. I mean everything has been a little bit crazy. I haven't really had a chance to breathe. We went up, so we got in on Sunday, late Sunday, I think. And then on Tuesday we drove up to the desert because it was my father-in-law's 80th birthday. And it has just been like, wow, we just got here and now we're leaving again. But I mean, it's been a lot of back and forth and driving and stuff. Um, the price difference is crazy. There's sales tax here, and I'm not used to that because there was no sales tax in Oregon.
Mm.
And then to register my car in Oregon, it was like for my Kia, it was like 2 years of registration for like $250. And I come out here and switch it over, and it was $577 for 1 year.
Ooh.
Like I almost had a heart attack. And so my bank account is just doing like,
It's
and so
moving is not cheap.
oh my gosh. And so I've decided like, hey, with Marvel Snap, like I'm just not gonna do cosmetics. It's all good. I can't. They're expensive. I'd wanted to get all the Pixel ones, but like they're introducing a new one each day, and it's like $10 worth of coins. And I was like, I can't spend $10 a day on this. No way. There's absolutely no way. But I got my first like hero to like infinite where it turns into like a hologram and it looks super cool. And I was like, you know what? I will just stick with the normals and keep upgrading them until I get them like all hologrammy. And I'm cool with that. That's fine. I can enjoy the game.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, and whenever you level up like through the different things, you can earn some gold. So if you just bank that, then eventually you can, save it up and get one of the cosmetics without plopping down real money. So
oh, there we go.
pro strat.
Yeah. So I mean, it'll be fine. I really like the game. It's fun. I don't want to stop playing Hearthstone. I'm anxious for
Oh
like
yeah.
new content because we're at that like right before the next expansion lull where there's like nothing to do.
That part of
And
the
I
cycle.
logged in and there's nothing new in Mercs. I've in Mercenaries I finished every single mission heroic, and so there's nothing left for me to do.
Wow.
I've played a bunch of battlegrounds, but I finished the battle pass, and it's like, oh,
Achievement hunting.
what do I do? Yeah, and so we'll see, but I'm kind of hanging out. I may give that Batman Gotham Knights another shot and see. The new God of War game comes out for PS for or whatever PlayStation in like a week. And so I'm tempted to like replay Dad of Boy
Boy.
to to like get my mind back in that zone. The Batman game is just not doing it for me. I'm bummed because I loved the Arkham games, but I don't know. I mean, I played it for maybe an hour and a half, and it just was not like the Arkham games felt so smooth and so like fluid, and it just feels clunky. I like the idea of playing like the different Batman family characters, but like I don't know, it's just not the same.
Sounds like the execution is a little off.
All they had to do was like take the last game and like give it new skins. It was perfect. Like they could have changed the story and given it new skins, but like they didn't have to change like the engine at all, and they did a lot, and it's just not, I don't know, it doesn't seem up to par for me. I'm so happy that I
Okay.
bought like the like extra version or whatever, the ultimate edition. I'm not
Oh
really digging it, but
no.
that's fine. It's fine. It's all good.
Is it though?
Well, no, but I
I
mean, somebody changed my mind. If anyone plays it and is enjoying it, let me know. I mean, I'm happy to I'll sink some more time in it if it's worth it. It just hasn't seemed quite worth it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's me. I've been in like moving land, and I probably still will be for a little while yet. And um, but yeah, I'm glad I missed you guys. It was so weird to be Friday night and not be recording the show, but we left. Yeah, we left the next day. It was kind of crazy. The one thing that was a real bummer, um, we got the U-Haul. I got the 20-foot one, and as it turned out, we had more than 20 feet worth of stuff. And
Oh
so
no.
we filled
Oh.
up the whole U-Haul and two trucks like to the brim, and there was still extra stuff. And I couldn't leave it in our last place because they were going to rent it out to someone else. And so I had to like call the junk remover people to like come take our stuff that we didn't want to get rid of. And so like a couple bikes and a couple computer chairs and stuff. Like it was such a bummer, but like I couldn't move it. I looked
Yeah.
into getting like pods, and then U-Haul has their own version of it.
They're so
It was gonna
expensive.
for one pod, it was gonna be like $3,000. And my mom was like, "Are
What?
you?"
Yeah.
Yeah, it was insane. And
You can get new bikes, new computer chairs, and all that for that. So
yeah, so my mom was like, "Are you crazy? You're getting rid of all this furniture and getting rid of these bikes?" And it was like, I $3,000 versus $100 computer chair and $150 bike, like it sucked, but it was cheaper to buy new stuff than it is to get the pods.
Mhm.
I was just floored. I couldn't believe it. So, um, anyways, I mean, we're down some stuff. I guess when we move into the new place in January, we'll have to get some new furniture, but I guess we'll see.
Alas.
It's just stuff, it's just stuff.
It's
I'm just
just
happy
stuff.
that,
Yeah.
the cats made it, the family made it, the computers made it. Like that's the important stuff, and the rest of it is just stuff. So, anyways, I'm glad to be back. What are y'all been up to?
Yeah.
Sheep, let's do you. What have you
Cool.
been up to?
Mine is pretty straightforward. So I worked. Work was work. There was a lot of it. It was busy. I did a lot of school. So I had like my first critical thinking assignment due this past week and got 89.5 out of 90 points.
Oh,
0.5 off. So like so close to those full marks, but like really happy with that. So school's been like a grind, but also like I could talk about all these like, school things and it would be, boring. So did a lot of school. Played a decent amount of Hearthstone and Snap. So finished up the Battlegrounds rewards pass myself, which was fun. Played some more Aggro Druid. Went over 2,000 wins with the only deck that I can climb with in Standard right now, which is weird, is Quest Hunter. So played
did you say 2,000 wins?
Yeah, 2,000 ranked wins with Hunter now.
Wow.
So Druid is of course my top, but Hunter is my second. Hydra, you probably have that many Hunter wins split across all of your servers, though. Come on now. You probably do. Let's be real.
Yeah. It's not fair.
So yeah, if you collapsed all those into one, you'd have me beat for sure. And then Snap have been playing today some Death Wave. That's been really fun. And thank you, Aramorn, for kind of guiding me that way. Cause like I was, playing some of this and some of that, and they were fun decks, but like nothing that was just like, okay, this is my jam until playing some Death Wave. So that was a blast too. So muchos gracias.
Wait, what is Death Wave? I think your collection must be farther than mine.
So Death is a card and Wave is a card.
Oh, yes.
And
I don't have Death.
Combined, they are Death Wave. Yeah, it's a pretty fun little combo there. Yeah. In our format, mostly Aggro Druid. Played a little bit of my Spooky Mage that I brought like a few weeks back. Just kind of like having fun, doing the thing. How about you, Hydra? How has your week been, my friend?
It's been, well, my cat seems to be a little upset, but I'm great.
Hi, Rory.
My week is awesome. Actually, I posted a picture of Rory in our pets page, and Ari Morn got it perfect. Ari Morn wrote, I would totally not mess with Rory. He has that try me, I dare you face. And yes,
Yep.
Rory does have the try me, I dare you face. It's a girl, and she will kill you. Like it's so strange that she's the type of cat that loves only her owners, not my kid at all, just the adults. And anybody else who comes into the house, she will try to murder.
Oh, that face. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at it now. It's so great.
So she could have been named Emily and it also would have been appropriate.
Yes. But it was good. Yeah, I was off the show last week because my wife and I were having our wedding anniversary. And so we went out for dinner. We were trying to decide what we were going to do, super fancy place or go to our favorite pub and just order a million things. So what we did is went to our favorite pub and ordered a million things, which was awesome. It was a great choice. We ate way too much food. It's not actually far from our house. We ended up walking home, actually waddling home. We ate so much, and one thing we like to do when we go out is we bring trivia with us, and we brought like a stack of trivia cards, and we sit there and we play trivia when we're there. And this time we decided to leave the cards for the next people that sit at that table.
Oh, fun!
Oh, there you go. That's fun.
Yeah, and mostly because the game sucked.
Oh,
but sucked for us because it was just a TV show's trivia game, except it went 1950s, 1960s, all through like the 2000s. So each question on every card went through each decade, and there was questions about TV shows I've never heard of, like in the 50s and 60s, right? So it didn't make any sense until it got into the 70s. in 80s, I didn't know what was going on.
That sounds pretty
So
bewitching.
That's hilarious. That's very get smart of you. But
I'm Mr. Ed.
so I ended up getting my wife a Switch, and she hasn't put it down since. So that's really good. She's been playing Metroid Dread because she's a
nice.
big Metroid fan, and playing also the crap out of Mario Maker 2 because it's kind of like a game that, you know, goes on forever. I also got her the retro Game Pass where you can play. Oh, Nate, you got your hand up?
I saw. I didn't want to interrupt you. I saw this post. I'll have to share it in the Discord. But there was a guy who made on Mario Maker 2 made a full on. I think he called it like Super Mario Brothers 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever it was. Like a full Super Mario or the Super Mario World 4 or something like that. Like a full on like 40 missions or something, 8 worlds and 40 missions, all free. But he used Super Mario Maker and it's all free. So if you have the code to check it out, it's like and it was set up just to be fun, like not one of those impossible missions or whatever, but it was meant to be like a full complete Mario game from start to finish. I saw it a while back and I sent it to my wife and kid. My son plays a lot of Mario Maker and it just seemed really cool. So if she's interested, I'll find it and I'll send it to you. But it's pretty neat.
Yeah, that sounds
Sweet.
kicking rad.
Yeah, I would like that. My wife would definitely appreciate that. Yeah, if you find it, let me know. I'll do some Google searching. But yeah, she's definitely enjoying the Switch. I was having the decision to make of getting it or waiting for another Nintendo console because it's been up for 5 years, right? So it was kind of like, do you get it? Do you not? But the new Zelda is going to come out in May, I think.
Soon.
And there's going to be no other way to play it. And she played Breath of the Wild on the Wii U, right? So that was fine.
Wii U.
But and then she decided to get me every single God of War game that exists, which
That's
is
so cool.
awesome. So guess what I've been playing? I've been playing God of War. I'm on the first one still, but I don't know how far I am in it, to be honest. What ended up happening was I was playing it, and pardon me for forgetting, but one of our Discord friends was telling me you should start over on an easier difficulty because it's a really hard game.
Wait, which one?
Uh-oh.
The first one.
Oh yeah, well, especially if you want to just jam through them to see the story. Like I wouldn't play them on that hard.
Yeah,
They-
it was Zombies who said it. Zombies Go Nom Nom said, like, look, if you're trying to play through all these games, like it can be quite difficult, like lower your difficulty. So I dropped it by one because I I was playing in the first one, like they have the quick time events, but sometimes it's just smash the stupid circle button. It's so you're going,
yeah.
and if you don't do it quick enough, the stupid monster gets back up, and you're like, oh my gosh. Right. So I dropped it a difficulty after I was already about 2 hours into the game and started. You can't do it mid game. Like it didn't let me change the difficulty while you're already started that save game, that game state.
Right.
So I had to start all over again and repeat everything I did. But I think it was well worth it, to be honest.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm looking forward because I am the type of person that has to play or watch a TV show from the beginning. I can't just jump in like halfway, and I haven't played any of the God of War games. So
I will say
in the
though,
beginning,
with the new one, you really don't have to like have played any of the earlier ones because it was like
No.
it's a reboot, and so
yeah, 'cause
they
it's
went
Norse, right?
Yeah.
right. So you
That's
you don't
okay.
have to but you know, I mean, there's some throwback like when you play through the games. I think I played God of War 1 and I played another one of them maybe and skipped a bunch of the middle ones and it was fine.
Yeah, I've only played the not, one that hasn't come out yet, but Dad of Boy is the only one I've played. And I didn't feel like I was missing like a whole lot. Like clearly Kratos had like some sort of a backstory that I didn't have everything of, but like I feel like that's one that you can kind of start right there. It was meant to be like that for new players as well. But I typically am like you, Hydra, in that I typically need to have like played through or watched all of a thing. But that one,
Yeah.
it was just so hard to
feel-
find everything. I just jumped into the new one.
Well, yeah, it was difficult because you had to. The best way to do it was they have the God of War Saga, right?
Ah.
And that has 5-in-1 games on it.
Wait, where can you get that?
God of War Saga is a PlayStation 3 game only,
What?
and it has the first 3 God of Wars and the PSP God of Wars on it.
It's pronounced. Psp.
I knew you would.
It's like you're playing Stray.
That's on one, in one package on 3 discs and a couple of downloads. And then I got God of War Ascension, and then the 2018 one. I haven't decided. My wife said you can either get it on the PlayStation or you can get it on PC. I don't care which. I'll pay for it. And I would prefer to play it on PC, but I don't care if it's on. It's cheaper on PlayStation than it is on PC, but it's probably better on PC. But so I've been playing God of War. My wife's been playing the Switch. I also got my toes wet into Marvel Snap like the rest of y'all. I'm probably not quite as far as you guys are. My collection level's around 150. So still in that pool 1. I don't even know when pool 1 ends and goes into pool 2, and probably nowhere near it. And the deck I'm playing is Curvestone, basically. Like, I don't have a plan yet. I'm still just put Iron Man down and it doubles everything that I've done. I'm like, woo!
Yeah, if I hadn't played the beta, I would not be nearly where I am now. I'm almost collection level 2000.
Wow. Wow. I saw people hit infinite with pool 1 decks though, which is crazy.
Part of that is that matchmaking, it's only matching them with pool 1 people even further down that way. So they're not being outclassed as far as their collection goes as well. Right. So not to say that they're not great, because clearly they've grinded to infinite like already. Like, that's fantastic. Definitely not taking away that milestone there. I've never hit infinite myself, right? But they're not playing against pool 3 people or decks or cards, so they're not outclassed. They can play fairly. That, like, they get matched fairly in that aspect too. Continue, Hydra.
The thing, so I have not purchased the pass for the month. It says like October battle pass or whatever. I'm like, is that worth it? It's gonna be over pretty soon, but
I completed it in about a week, if that makes you feel any better, but I guess it's the 28th, so
yeah, so I didn't bother. I don't know if I'm gonna spend any money on the game, to be honest. I haven't yet, and I don't know if I will. I'm liking the free stuff that I'm getting. In fact, since they give you throughout the day, you have to keep logging in because you have to collect your free 50 whatever those are called, blue
credits.
blocks.
Yeah.
And then you can upgrade your three dudes, and your quests keep resetting, and you can have 6 of them. So I'm already like, I wake up in the morning, and before I take a shower, I'm like, I gotta check Marvel Snap and see if I've got to clear 2 quests before the next 2 come in. I'm like, dang it, game, getting your hooks into me is stupid.
I never got that last week that there was that like Venom Carnage like pixel avatar thing. Like, I participated in it, but I didn't get anything. Were we supposed to get something?
So it just ended today. And so Carnage ended up winning, and we'll eventually get like a profile picture thing, but it hasn't been rolled out yet.
Even if your team lost?
Correct. Yeah.
Yay, because I was on Venom's side and we
I
lost.
wish I was on Venom's side so that I would have been helping Venom, because I think Venom's cooler than Carnage. Like, Cletus is just a like mass murderer. I'm zany. I'm going murdering. Oh no. Venom is deeper.
Yeah, it's fun. I like it. I guess one of my favorite things about the game so far is that it's super quick.
Yeah.
Like if you're on a break at work, or just want to get a quick game, try to do a quest, and it'll be like, play 5 1-cost minions. Like, okay, like that doesn't take long to do, right? So it's or win 2 games. Well, I'm at a really low rank right now, so that's not hard. And so I like it. It's pretty quick.
Yeah, that's part of, I think one of my favorite things is just how quick it is. Yeah. Although it's easy to sit down and just play a bazillion games, but it's been fun.
The just one more effect.
Oh yes. Oh yes. The interesting piece, and I had tweeted them several months ago and it was still in the beta, and Brode responded, was asking whether there were ranked floors. And the answer is no, there are not ranked floors.
Nope.
And so if you like keep snapping and snapping and snapping and keep losing, like you go all the way back to like rank 1 or whatever it is,
Oh no.
No. So
that's enough to make someone snap.
Flashbacks. Oh man. But yeah,
But,
I'm enjoying that. It's a good game. Good job, Ben Brode. That's his vision, the way he wanted it. No rank floors.
Just as Brode intended.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Nate, remember how we were trying to find a horror game to play together in Forest is One? Well, I got invited to the beta for the Outlast trials. I mean, I think I don't know if you just click on it and ask if anybody gets in. Maybe it's that simple. I saw Swagwar posting about it like a month or 2 ago, saying, "Hey, anybody else interested?" And have you guys played Outlast before?
No,
So-
I've watched it though.
You watched through it?
Yeah, spooky.
Yeah. The idea of Outlast is you're a reporter and you show up at a insane asylum and you're trying to check out what's going on, and you kind of like break in and try, but you kind of regret it.
Oh yeah, real quick.
You don't say.
But they released a multiplayer version of the game. It's in beta right now, and yeah, I clicked request access like a month or 2 ago, and I got the email today that I got into the beta. So it's like a 4-player on each team, and you go in and you have to. It just says it's called the Outlast Trials. You have to complete these trials and survive. It says if you survive long enough and complete the therapy, the doctor will happily let you leave. So it.
Does he though? Don't answer that. No spoilies.
Yeah, I have no idea. But the doctor, when you play the actual game, is pretty crazy. He likes to amputate stuff, and he's not very nice. He's not a very nice doctor. But Nate, if you want to try to play a scary game at some point when your computer's working, click on this one and we can try it together. I'm going to be trying it this weekend because the beta just started today, and I haven't installed it yet. Hearthstone wise, I was trying to think about what deck that's in the meta that I haven't played, and I was going against one of those totem shamans, and I'm like, these guys are pretty decent. I should try this deck. And I was like, oh man, but I don't want to just jump into the ladder with a deck I haven't played. So I was like a little nervous about it. It played itself. Like it was it's pretty easy. I kept the cards that buff the totems in the mulligan and put a bunch of totem downs, play the buff cards, and you win. It was pretty great. And that Stone Right card is pretty good.
Stone Right's really good, and that new weapon, the 2-mana one, like
the chisel.
Oh, that summons. Is that the one that summons the totem?
So good.
If you pretty much hard mulligan for chisel, like
Agree.
And then the totem that buffs your totems, like when you summon one, it gives it +1/+2 or whatever.
Anchor totem is so good.
Anchor totem, yeah.
So I took that deck to the legend. It's great. It's great.
I did too before Chisel was in the game.
I feel like I get to play it more because I don't have HS Replay open right now, but I didn't lose a lot. I won a lot. I did lose, but it was pretty good. I even beat a Big Priest. So even though I play, I'm guilty. I play Big Priest sometimes.
Devolve is so clutch against Big Priest. Yeah.
Devolve is now I remember I lost against a Big Priest because I devolved into like all these taunts and they emoted me. It was very sad.
I feel fortunate to have witnessed this.
But yeah, that's been my week. It's been a lot of fun. I'm gonna play a lot more even Totem Shaman. Though on NA, I'm only like 6 wins away from the 1K Jaina, and I'm so lazy. I don't want to play any mage decks. But I want the stupid skin, so maybe I should just go play some stupid Seeker Mage or something and just get those last 6 wins.
You got this. You're way ahead.
I know, right? But I have like almost, it's well over 2,000 easily like mage wins. But like I said, or like you said,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Split
spread
across three.
across. It's yeah.
Yep.
It's sad. But yeah, that's been my week. I mean, it's a little late for this, but Sheep, would you like to tell us how the show works?
Oh yeah.
Would I ever? So, for those of you joining us for the first time, welcome aboard and thank you for listening to our weeks. Let me briefly explain how this show works. We record this very podcast live every Friday evening at twitch.tv/borntobewildhs. And the video version of this podcast is then posted to YouTube shortly thereafter. Audio versions are also distributed to all the podcast apps. So, however you are watching, listening, or absorbing via osmosis this podcast today, thank you. Yes, you.
Yes, thank you. And yeah, this is a little bit late in the show to be doing this, but it was fun to catch up since we weren't here last week and catch up with everybody. And there hasn't really been a lot of Hearthstone news per se, so it was good to catch up and see what everyone's been up to. But yeah, before we jump into the news that we do have, I do want to say a very big thank you to Shokunin as the executive producer of our show and the other patrons of our show. Your support means the world to us. If you enjoy this content, please like, subscribe, comment on our videos on YouTube. It helps people find us. Another simple way to support the show is to leave a review on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or your podcast platform of choice. If you're watching this live on Twitch, we do have some awesome emotes that you can unlock by subscribing to the channel. It's free if you use Amazon Prime, and we also have some emotes that you can get for 100% free just by following. And then finally, we've got merch that's available on our website, borntobewildhs.com. And if you're interested in interacting with any of us, we do have a Discord channel that you can join. It's a really fun place, really nice online community that we've built to share deck lists and animal photos and real life stuff and everything in between. It's been a lot of fun. I haven't been in as much this past week because I've been packing and traveling and moving and stuff, but I'm sure I'll be back. Always like to. My favorite thing there is the funny usernames. There have been some good ones, and I haven't been around that much the past week. But oh well, can't read that one on the show.
I think I know the one you mean.
There
The one
are
that
a couple
NHL
of
fan
them.
posted.
Yeah, egg farts is pretty good though. Wow.
I think that's my favorite from this past week is egg farts.
So, anyways, there you go. But yeah, we'd love to hang out with you. Links to all the stuff and more can be found at our website, borntobewildhs.com. All right, and
Welcome to the news. The news is so good.
oh, I love it.
Well, we've been talking about patch 24.6 for a while, haven't we?
So this is the one that they were saying that we'd get like the mercenaries revamp. And is it
Yes.
finally like Halloween is on Monday? Are they finally doing a spooky time?
Yeah, they said that they're finally going to do some stuff, do some old stuff and do some new stuff. So I don't know exactly. So it says Hollow's End is nearly upon us. And we go big this year with some fun new things and the return of old fan favorites. Details will be shared soon. So
Soon TM.
soon when?
TM.
Well, we know when because well, actually, do we know when? Maybe that doesn't make any sense because there's a giant announcement, coming Tuesday, November 1st, but that's after Hollow's End. So, right. So that's kind of weird. So I don't know. I don't know when we're gonna hear about all that stuff. But on Tuesday, November 1st at 10 a.m., we are going to hear about the brand new Hearthstone expansion and more. So this is the expansion that they've said is going to be a bigger than normal expansion. The one that everyone's theorizing about, maybe we'll have the new class. Well, if you want to find out, you need to tune in at 10 a.m. on November 1st to twitch.tv/play Hearthstone. And for at least 15 minutes, if that's all you have time for, you can get a free pack for Murder at Castle Nathria just for tuning in. But they suggest that you tune in for the entire time because they've got a lot of cool stuff to talk to us about. There's a bunch of new Battleground stuff coming in. I'm not a Battlegrounds guy. This isn't necessarily a Battleground show, but Sheep, did any of this Battleground stuff seem cool to you? This little contest that's coming up?
Yeah, it does look really cool. So what it is it's called the Battle Bash. So it's a curated limited time collection of Battlegrounds cosmetics, TM. So including one of them is a legendary item. I think that's the board.
Yes,
and it looks all like Hallows Evie, which looks like kickin' rad. Like that's my jam in general. And all of the different cosmetics there seem to be like super Hallows Indie. So like I'm here for it. You don't actually have to pay any money or Blizzard pennies to actually get some of these. So the first, let's see, I think it's 2 of them. All players get 1 random bash for free. So everyone gets 1. As soon as you actually pay monies, then you get 2 additional ones. But there are 10 items. So after, you've bought the thing, every top 4 you get, you'll get another bash. You don't get to choose which cosmetics you unlock. So you get to see all of them. You got this little hammer thing. Bam. You see what you like randomly unlock. So that's kind of how it does it there. So if there's something that you're really wanting, you get 1 shot for free. And then after that, it's 1,000 Blizzard pennies or runestones, which translates to approximately $10 US. So I'll probably be getting it because I mean it's $10 and a legendary board thing like the one that they already came out with is $20. So yeah. I mean like
it's half off and you get fun.
Yeah. I'm probably going to be playing Battlegrounds anyway, like, not grinding it. Well, I probably will be grinding it because of this, but without that, I probably wouldn't be grinding it, but playing like a Battleground a day or 2. But yeah, this will definitely get me to grind it a bit more for sure. So that is what's going on with the Battle Bash.
Well, we were wondering what was going to happen with our runestones, right? We've been talking about this for quite some time. And so they have introduced something called the Renown system. And what's going to happen is you take your excess coins for a max mercenary. And we all know that we have thousands upon thousands of maxed mercenary coins. And it's not going to be just transfer them directly to another merc. There is going to be a bank of these Renown credits that you can transfer them to. And then from there, you can transfer them to your other mercenaries. So you will be able to finally transfer and max out your other mercs that some of them are harder to get, like some of your legendary ones that you've completed all your tasks for, but you didn't quite get there. I've got some of those, right? That you got to go grind those mercenary coins. Well, now you'll be able to transfer those. And something that's really, really cool that I actually think that maybe not as cool, but it's the fact that all tasks are available at all times going forward. So not only do you always have a full board of tasks like they did in the last major update, but now no matter what mercenary team you have equipped, your task board is going to be custom to what your Merc's team is. So you can, I want to work on this Merc, you can work on it. You don't have to wait or try to re-roll for that Merc. You can just make that team and you will get the custom board for those Mercs and try to complete the task for all those. I think that's a really, really good change for people like me anyways, who has not actually completed all that stuff. So you guys completed it all mostly already, didn't you?
Nope.
Oh no, yeah,
mine-
you're behind Sheep. I forgot, but Nate's
Mine
done it
are already
all.
done. Mine are already done, but I don't have them all maxed because I was waiting for them to do the coin rework thing, as opposed to just grinding. I thought, well, they'll do this soon, and then I can trade in my 8 bazillion coins for ones that weren't fully maxed yet. So should be good as long as I guess we'll see how it works, but I'm excited to use it.
Also, we have Sheep, did you have something on that?
Oh, yeah. I was just going to say kind of how that works is your excess coins can just be converted to renown. No big deal. But then how you actually switch that out is at the campfire, you get the option basically to switch out to trade renown for some coins of a Merc that you don't have maxed. So you won't just be able to just be like, here, I have 7,000 extra Cariel coins. I would like to just get 1,000 Antonitis coins. Unfortunately,
You have to wait
can't
for it to
do
be
that.
offered or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's going to be probably log in every day to see how many times you can do it. And let's hope. I haven't seen anywhere that says they're 1-to-1.
Yeah, I don't know the exchange rate either. Yeah.
I don't know if it's like getting 400 dust for 1600 dust legendary. Like, I don't know if it's going to be like a 4-to-1 or a 1-to-1 or what it's going to be. But
I wonder I was just gonna say, I wonder if they'll, how sometimes they offer you, like in the shop, they'll offer you skins for Mercs that you already have all the skins for. It's like, is it gonna offer me like Vandar coins if I have Vandar already maxed out? Like, why would you do that?
So they've said no. So the Campfire Daily Reset will instead feature offers to exchange renown for coins for Mercs you haven't already maxed. So if it's already maxed out, you won't get those offers, which is good, obviously.
Nice. And when is this? Do we know when this is happening? I know
With
it's
patch
24.6.
24.6. So we'll find out when that's rolling out on Tuesday the 1st. So my fingers are crossed that it'll be like a same day, the patch is rolling out, like everyone get in here style, but we don't know for sure.
Well, I imagine, right, there's going to be, it's probably the announcement of the next expansion, unless they're announcing like the new class or new something. I guess we'll see.
Yeah. And 24.6 will also have like the pre-order. So typically, historically, whenever they've kind of put that announcement out, the, next patch update goes live so that people can start spending their Blizzard pennies, their Blizzard bucks on that. I'm hopeful that this will roll out on the 1st as well, but we don't have confirmation of that yet.
it says it's a 30-minute stream. We've had a lot longer ones in the past, haven't we? So it doesn't seem super long. It's going to be a lot of information to cram into 30 minutes, especially if they give us the thing we hope they give us.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. And it's a bummer. I mean, when they do Tuesday morning at 10, like I'm going to be at work. I guess I'll have to watch later. I imagine I'll probably be on YouTube and stuff. Like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to get away and watch. But I mean, I'll see it later, I guess.
Yeah, maybe don't look at the Discord. don't look at Twitch or Twitter. I mean, unless you're okay with spoilers. But
spoilers.
I like watching the video and seeing the announcement. It's cool for me. So I'll try to ignore the Discord news until I can get the time to watch it. I'll watch it on my lunch break or something probably.
See, yeah. I like to do both. Like experiencing it vicariously through people, so I get the news, and then going back and watching it later is typically how I interact with that.
Yeah, I used to love to watch every single card reveal video and be like, "Oh, cool." Now I'm like, I just look at like our news and like all the card reveals or our card reveal channel, and if then I'll click on the link afterwards. But I'm cool with just seeing all the cards. Like it's been so many years and so many cards that it's like just show me the stuff. I want to see the
Right.
stuff. Though
Exactly.
I will say that I'm enjoying Blister Guy's videos ever since that he's gotten the card reveals.
His are incredible.
Oh, they're always the best. Yeah.
Yeah. So also in the news, we have returning and new player better experience. So what they've done is traditionally they introduced a while back the decks. So when you join, most people don't have a competitive deck, so they get to select one and they get to use that one. But unfortunately, if you're a new or returning player, you don't exactly know what's good, right? So you could potentially select a deck that is hot garbage. And
Or that's good, but doesn't really match your play style. Or.
yeah. The best usually idea is to select the one with the most legendaries because that can net you the most dust, or the most neutral legendaries, something like that. So you can play them across, different classes and whatnot. But what's going to happen now is you are going to get, if you're returning, you will get 6 or a new player, you will get 6 loner decks for 1 week, and you get to play these decks. And when your week is up, you now get to choose which one that you get to play, which I think is really cool.
Yeah. That's super cool.
They get to keep, yes. And I believe that I read somewhere, yes. So it says this includes players that didn't play Murder Castle Nathria. So if you skipped this, but that's only one expansion you needed to have skipped to be able to be eligible for this, which I'm sure there's lots of people that haven't logged in. If I go and look at my friends list, we have friends that haven't been on in a couple months. And that would be a really good time to at least come in and cash in on one of these decks.
Yeah. My best friend who got me into Hearthstone hasn't played in ages. And whenever this rolls out, I'll be like, hey, you get to play with 6 of them for free.
Yeah.
Come back to the wild side.
I'm going to be now talking to everyone at work that no longer plays and be like, hey, look. Hey, want to buy a funnel cake? But yeah, and my kid too, actually. My mini Zerg, my mini Hydra, he hasn't played in a while, so he can get some free cards. And he always comes and watches me when I'm playing, and he's like, "Oh, what's that one do? What's this one do? Are you gonna win? Are you losing? Are you losing?" And he's always interested, but then I'd be like, "Hey, do you want to play?" And he's like, "Nah."
Yeah.
So, but we can get him some cards. That is all I have for the news.
Welcome to the news.
Oh, we need an outro.
News is so good.
We really do. That's so great.
That would be really good. Has anyone seen anything lately that's been like a meta terrorizer, something that you guys don't like running into anymore? People have been talking a lot about this Miracle Rogue, and that's the deck that I originally wanted to hop in and play, but I was destroying it with the Totem Even Shaman. Hence the Devolve, right?
Yeah.
Devolve.
Oh my gosh, Devolve is insanely great against Miracle Rogue. Whoa.
You made a 2020. Bye. It's now a 2/2 or 1/1.
I had a couple things on my list to play when the month rolls over. So Hijo has a new Shutterwalk Shaman. This is from about a week ago that I was looking forward to playing. It runs Denathrius, and I thought, oh, Denathrius and Shutterwalk Shaman.
Ooh.
Wow, okay. Makes sense, right? So I might try that. And then I kind of wanted to play some Secret Mage. I know when we were playing it a couple weeks back, everyone was saying it was bad, but now that there's been some time, I think that it might be a little bit more refined. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
And when people were saying it was bad, it was still
Tier
decent
3.
good. Yeah, tier 3.
Not bad, but like not great. I don't know, but we'll see. I mean, it's bad into everything good. That's funny. I mean, could just revert to playing Big Priest, but I'm trying to avoid that. The Shutterwalk Shaman from Hydra looks pretty fun, so I'll probably end up doing that. I'm scrolling through my phone real quick here just to look at what I'll do is when I find a deck that I want to play, I'll take a screenshot of it and just looking back through my past week or so to see. It was so funny. There's all this talk of the Death Knight maybe coming back, and we know Ogre like goes on really old tweets and like
Oh
all the
god.
old Corb tweets and stuff, and it's like hi Corb from a three-year-old tweet. Well, he did that to Hearthstone this week from Knights of the Frozen Throne from 2017. It was so
Oh.
funny.
Ogre is
I'll
so
share it.
brilliant.
And
I'll
there was a
share it
lot
with
of
you.
comments saying like, "You got me." Like it's people thinking that there was an
You
announcement.
got me.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Ogre. I as soon as I saw that Ogre was doing it, I automatically know.
Yeah.
But some people don't know yet. You don't know till you know.
If you know, then you know.
Yeah. How about you, Sheep? Have you got any? Or are you just still on that aggro druid train?
Aggro Druid is mostly what I've been playing. Experimented a little bit with some Shadow Priest. It's not great, but it's fun. Mostly those two, truthfully. I'm going to be completely honest. Mostly Aggro Druid. Mostly that one. But I did experiment a bit with Shadow Priest. The Aggro Shadow Priest, of course. Let's be honest.
This is the
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Of course. That's a fun deck. I enjoy it very much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not super great into this meta, unfortunately. So no particular meta breakers in the city of Electric Sheep at the moment, but a lot of fun is to be had.
We are definitely in the waiting room, aren't we?
Oh
way.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
We need that next big thing. Come on, November 1st, and we can get that announcement. That's only 1, 2, 3, 4 days away.
Yeah, it's just a couple days away. So we can get through the weekend, we can get through Monday, and then we'll see what Tuesday has in store for us.
Schmoopy says that he has a list for me. Not Schmoopy. I'm not talking to a baby. Sorry. Schmoopy Daddy has said he has a secret mage list for me to complete my 1,000 wins on NA. So I'm probably going to play that.
How many wins are you at again?
I'm at 993 or 994.
Yeah, you'll get there.
Oh,
no
here
time.
it is. It's in our it's in the Discord.
Yep.
Now.
Yeah,
there.
he,
Great.
he,
Okay,
he
okay.
posted it there. So I'll jam that. It shouldn't take too long. But I've been just so lazy with it. Like same with my warrior is at 980 something or 970 something on NA, and it's just sitting there. And I have not done anything. It's like if I just took a couple of hours and was like, all right, I'm gonna get the warrior one, I could do it.
You could definitely
is
get there
Warrior-
with Enrage Warrior. And
yeah,
Wild.
I was gonna say what
Just
would I
saying.
could play in Rage Warrior, yeah. I don't even know what warrior in standard people are playing, to be honest.
You got me.
Or are they?
I saw some Enraged Warrior there actually that was better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's not as consistent as ours. They also have a Control Warrior that has beaten me a few times, and I feel like that one's better, but it's also, I mean, not as good as the rest of the meta decks. Cool story.
They also said that in the upcoming expansion that they were going to be bringing back a keyword that hasn't been in every expansion. So I don't know what that's going to be. Kind of like how Discover was. What that was in TGT, I think it was the first time Discover came around, and then it became a staple. They said they're bringing something like that back, but it's going to be something different. So one
I
of
think
those
it'll be-
expansion exclusive ones that we haven't seen.
I have to imagine it's Reborn if they're going. If it truly is going with the Death Knights, it'll probably be
Ooh.
Reborn. That would make sense to me.
That's annoying.
But it's we've seen it a lot, right, in Battlegrounds with the Lich King.
Exactly. Who is the quintessential Death Knight? So that's exactly what my guess is as well.
Well, and Imic had this post on Twitter with all these different like most of them were like Dean Ayala XR tweets from over the past year, like with hints and stuff about what they could be. Um
Yeah, it's like a 35 tweet thread. It's a great thread. Like, check it
it
out.
it's I
Yeah, hit that
mean,
like button.
if it's not
Smash
if it's not Death Knights with Arthas as the main character or hero or whatever base skin,
Portrait. Yeah.
I'll be surprised. But you know, I mean, they could surprise us. I imagine it's probably been in the works for a long time.
Mhm.
I guess we'll just see what it is and how good it is. But we'll find out one way or another in just a few days.
Rasticon's Rumble 2.
Yeah, I'm just excited for the rumored, leaked, etc. new class because like I've got 1,000 wins on everything. I'm ready to have that next like goal. Like it feels good to have like met all of those goals, but also like now I'm ready to have a new one.
I
Yeah.
saw Draco Cat post something about like, hey, who's gonna be the Death Knight guy? I'm already the Demon Hunter guy. And Clark Hellstone was like, me. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm here for that.
Who's going to be the first to get 1,000 Death Knight wins? Clark Hellscream.
Hey, there we go. I guess we'll see what happens.
Who now has amazing blue hair, by the way.
Yes, I saw that.
This
It's
is what-
always I think it's always tricky in Wild when a new hero comes out. I mean, it's only happened the one time, right? But but because there's not a lot of support aside from neutral cards, that the class is probably, I mean, I did hit Legend and Wild with Demon Hunter pretty early on before they nerfed all the cards, but I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens. I imagine it, geared towards standard.
Yeah, well, and especially for us, we have what 8 years worth of cards and a back catalog of different things to choose from, and throwing something new in, it has to be like pretty OP and have like amazing synergies with itself, etc., in order to actually like make those waves like day one Demon Hunter did, before all the nerfs. So I may end up be playing predominantly standard if that is the only place where it's competitive, but I'm hoping that it's in Wild too, because I mean our format's my favorite. Like, let's be real. So fingers crossed.
Well, we shall see.
I'm pretty sure that there's so much hype behind everybody thinks that it's going to be this thing. It's got to be. Or something equally as exciting. I don't think we're going to walk away disappointed.
Are we going to get a whole forest of Dame Hazelbark's family, like for different hero portraits? Like, please?
Dame expansion.
Please.
Wow.
That would be amazing. I'm sure we have enough Nemzis. Why isn't there more Dames? Come on.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm ready for them to do some portraits for heroes that we don't have yet.
I mean, they would never do this because they can sell portraits, but it'd be really cool if you could buy the ability to use any card art as your portrait.
Oh, that would be
Like, you could be but they have to do too many sounds. Oh man, yeah, that'd be way too much. You could be a leopronome and all you do is like, I feel icky. Like over and over again. I mean, they have the sounds there. They could just like upload all the sounds. I mean, they're not thank you and all that stuff.
Come on, Hearthstone, just upload the sounds. Just copy and paste.
Yeah, copy and paste. They
that
don't have
easy.
to make sense. They don't have to make sense. You don't have to line them up. No, I'm dreaming at that point. They
we know.
obviously like to sell skins. So makes no sense.
Yeah, and the quality of the ones that they put together, even the ones that don't have the like animated hero powers and all that is high enough to where if they were to just kind of like copy and paste stuff in there, you would notice how bad it looks compared to everything else that's actually out there for sure.
Let us make our custom own ones. We can put our own faces on it. I mean, you could just stream Hearthstone and do that yourself.
Oh, there you go. Right.
I actually did that whenever I was doing the streaming thing. I'd have a thing that would put my face down there, my cam.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. That's funny.
Hydra may have watched me then. I don't remember.
I did watch a lot of sheep streams. I definitely did. In Lego building.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Lego ones are always my favorite.
Oh, shucks.
When are you going to build some more Lego on stream?
When I have more time, so probably never.
Yeah, you're
Never.
kind of a busy sheep these days, and you're going to be even busier.
Expansion coming soon. TM.
In 18 years.
Yeah, right.
It's great. It's yeah, do be like that.
Very excited for all of the adventures we are to have.
And how?
Well, does anybody have anything else? It seems like we're wrapping up here.
Yeah, not really. But it was great talking to everybody.
Yeah, no, for sure. I can tell you about the new Stephen King book I'm reading, but that's not Hearthstone.
So I think that'll probably be in our post-show content. So if you're watching live on Twitch, stick around and we will do that thing. But as Nate would say, that wraps up this week's show. For more wild content or to see where you can find us individually, visit us online at www.borntobewildhs.com. We'll see you next time on another episode of Born to Be Wild.
Born to be wild.